What's up, boss? You believe that?
Of all the
hold on. Oh no. Do you believe in that? Huh?
Who said I didn't believe before?
No. I read through that bull junk you wrote down. I read through that. I sifted through
What did I write?
Yeah.
What did I write?
Oh no.
Can I ask my question?
Do you believe?
In what?
You don't believe.
I believe.
You just answered it. You don't believe. Next question.
I believe you're trying.
I believe Coach Prime. I believe Deion Jr., Shiloh and Shador, Travis Hunter, and the X-Man number 10, Xavier Weaver, and number 5, Jimmy Horn Jr., I believe. And Darius, that bonus for this video was high level. We are back, and we are playing with the house money. Welcome to the Parlay Boys podcast, coming to you live from the palatial Parlay Boys studio. I am the host, RJ Guest. Interact with me on Twitter at TheParlayRJ, hashtag Parlay Season. Ed Werder, Tom Luganbill, where y'all at? Where is that one member of the Colorado Board of Regents, Jack Crow? You were the only one that voted against Coach Prime when he was approved with an 8-1 vote back in December. You had better not have been up in them suites toasting it up on Saturday afternoon. And Lee Corso, where your old ass at? You shouldn't be on anybody's platform anymore, man. You like 200 years old, like Dick Clark on New Year's Eve with the slurred speech. And ESPN fired David Polak from College Game Day just to keep you on with these old ass takes from 1963. This is just embarrassing. Check this out.
Deion Sanders can do anything he wants to build his program up. I just don't agree with his tactics. Now, I used a basic principle when I took over. I had to do my job. I treated the players like they were my stepchildren. I treated them good. I worked it out, tried to break it out, so I not lose one player. I didn't do it. Now, I took over Louisville. They went to the first bowl game ever. Indiana, they won the first bowl game ever. And Northern Illinois, I went to the pros, the United States Football League. That's my story, and I'm sick of doing it. I don't agree with his tactics. It's his decision.
Man, what the hell was that? Now, it sounded like he literally froze up like the little senator dude did a couple of weeks ago. Or it sounded like he was just getting ready to fall off his chair dead. So, I hope we don't have to sit through too many more of those segments with him. They need to just let him go home and, chill in his chair and watch the games from there. Not on College Game Day. But I saw a tweet that brought something to mind. I know most people don't remember this guy, but his name is Jeremy Bloom, Colorado native and former player. He was a badass at wide receiver, a two-time Olympian and World Cup ski champ. And then he was drafted to the Eagles, and he's not just a random dirty drunk bird tweeting out his ass. He said, honest question for CU Nation. Would you contribute to a dedicated fund aimed at securing a long-term contract for Coach Prime, ensuring his leadership for many more seasons to come? I'm prepared to kickstart this initiative with $100,000. Now, that's a serious proposal from Jeremy. And you know what? I'm with it. Put me down for 100 also, Jeremy. Not 100K, just 100. Give Prime whatever he wants, because the big boys that were hating are about to start pondering how much they're willing to spend to lure Prime away from Boulder. Kind of like how y'all lured him away from Jackson. That was a lot easier though. Now his assistants that he brought with him from Jackson State, the ones that were part of that Louis luggage that were making $25,000 a year in Mississippi. Now they're getting over $300,000 a year. They ain't gotta get a side job to make ends meet. They down in Castle Rock now, the ends meeting hard as fuck. Man, Jason Whitlock, where you at? Oh, sellout ass. Then got run out by ESPN and Fox Sports 1. You should be banned from talking about sports. Sometimes I think you just say the dumbest shit you can think of just to see how bad you can piss the black community off. You had Warren Sapp in the studio live, and even he checked your ass live in 4K on your own damn platform. Check it out.
Honest, when I see people that over the top, when I see people, he's my age, we're 56, we're the same class. I see people still wearing gold chains at 56. That's some insecurity, and because I bought some gold chains, and
I never wore gold chain in the beginning, but I got me a nice Cuban now.
that ain't the level I'm talking about. He run around with Run DMC, and again, I'm not a Deion hater. I just
got a little male jealousy.
I really don't.
Yeah, okay. Now, Warren is not just a talking head when it comes to Coach Prime. He's been in Boulder at Ground Zero with Prime and the team. He was on the sidelines in Dallas at the TCU game, so he knows what the vibe is with the team. And I think I kind of know what the vibe is with the boys out in the desert. Because Vegas took a huge hit because lots of casual bettors rode Coach Prime all the way to the bank after this past weekend. The Buffs went from a 7-point underdog to a 3-point favorite against Nebraska. Do you know how many millions have to be bet on a team to move the spread 10 points? That's how sorry Colorado was last year that Vegas thought they were going to get their asses blown off on their home field by the Cornhuskers. And the money has come full circle now, because in week 1 the Buffs were 20-point underdogs at TCU, and now in week 3 they are favored by 23.5 points against Colorado State Rams. And the Vegas, it's not big and shiny because they're losing money. They know what they're doing. So with the Colorado State Rams on deck, Colorado got to show a different side this weekend. I am so fascinated with what is happening in Boulder that I have consumed a lot of their content since December. It's like my guilty pleasure watching well-off media and Reach the People. Even after the powers that be in Boulder immediately fired Deion Jr. from the official football Twitter account. I think because his content has a nice urban appeal to it, but that's okay. Because him and Darius Sanders, they got their own lane, and they're light years better than the vanilla shit the school be on. When I watch Coach Prime behind the scenes, it invokes my memory as a 7th grade kid back in 1989 when Deion signed the dotted line. I had both his rookie cards. I had my parents buy me the CD that he made. Me and my little brothers had the Deion Nike Diamond Turf shoes in 1993. I'm not one of these new people on YouTube that's looking at primetime highlights because they probably weren't even born yet. Man, I watched it live as a team, and it was just as exciting as it is now. And because of the social media age, we get to see what a time they're having in Boulder behind the scenes and surrounding areas around the school. And shout out to my friend Damon, who is a Colorado native living in California. First the Nuggets win it all, now this. Congratulations to you, my friend. What's insane is almost any Power 5 school could have had Deion. Even my University of Arkansas Razorbacks could have. In fact, Arkansas is one of the schools that lost a good player to Coach Prime already this year. But there was only one athletic director that was forward thinking with this program and had the balls to pull the trigger on this one, and that's Rick George. Congratulations, because the program is skyrocketing up the polls with the Prime effect. Got a few stats for y'all from the game. Shedeur Sanders once again put Heisman voters on notice, going 31 of 42 for 393 yards and 2 touchdowns and no interceptions. He also ran for another one. The X-Man, number 10, Xavier Weber, grabbed 10 receptions on just 12 targets for $170 in a tub. Now we have what I'm calling the Shedeur Sanders effect now, and it's permeating throughout the college football landscape, where now all of the QBs that were hyped to the moon in the preseason are all watching the box scores to see what this Shedeur do today. Nobody is going to admit that, but trust me, they're all stat watching. Now, many of the new Colorado fans aren't aware that this is Colorado's third consecutive Black American coach, and 4 out of the last 5. There's a strange twist of events involving one of these past black coaches, Mel Tucker. Now, he only coached in Colorado for 1 season, and that was the 2019 campaign in which the Buffs went 5-7. But Tucker was somehow able to land the head coaching position at Michigan State, and he left Boulder like a thief in the night in a green and white private jet, and they gave him an $80 million deal, and that makes Coach Prime's $29 million look like peanuts, and makes Mel the highest paid coach in the Big Ten, more than Jim Harbaugh at Michigan and Ryan Day at Ohio State. It is well documented about all of the gymnastic team issues at Lansing, where they have all these survivors of multiple sex crimes. So you know they take that seriously up there. Mel Tucker, man, you are the head coach at a prominent D1 university, married man, that secured an $80 million bag, generational wealth on the way, and now Coach Tucker has been suspended because he done got jammed up with a snow bunny. Out of the blue, she's accusing him of sexual assault. Now this chick works with him in the athletic department, and they have been having late night phone conversations, texting back and forth about things that were not work related, like discussions about her body. And you won't believe what this fool did. She said they were on a FaceTime call, and she said his voice started getting, quote, deep and weird. You can't make this up. She asked him what he was doing, and he admitted he was jacking off on the other end. Something had to happen for her to all of a sudden come out accusing him of sexual assault by phone. Sexual assault by phone. He didn't get his money's worth on that one. And she has been down this accusation road previously at Oregon State some years ago. I mean, Mel is about to fumble generational wealth over this chick, Brenda Tracy. The receipts are all out there everywhere, so you can do that on your own time. Who is a, quote, survivor and activist. Back to Coach Prime. You don't see this kind of BS in Deion's resume. And I hope he keeps all this BS away from his program. On one of their videos back in the spring, Deion had a meeting where I saw he had all of his staff gathered in and told them if he hears anything about domestic violence or sexual assaults or anything of that nature, then you will never see him again. That's it. He told his coaches, quote, don't be out chasing tail with the players. It's crazy that he had to even have that uncomfortable conversation with them, but he has dotted all the I's and crossed all the T's. Anybody that has any negative takes, we're just going to put you in the penalty box with Jason Whitlock and Rob Parker. Now, it's the first Monday night game of the 2023 NFL season, and we have the Buffalo Bills favored by 2.5 with a total of 44.5. The Bills are the Bills. They have all of their studs back on that offense, who doesn't have a problem moving the ball at all. Now, the defense may have a few question marks, and they face a retooled New York Jets offense led by future first ballot Hall of Famer Aaron Rodgers. Expect some growing pains with the Jets tonight, and the Bills usually get out of the gate strong every September under head coach Sean McDermott. So take the Bills minus the points to get the win tonight. And let me hear your thoughts in the comment section or on Twitter at TheParlayRJ. #Parlay Season. and pound the like button. I'm out.